Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to Just Talk with yours truly, the one and only, your girl, Kimberly Alim-Burgos. Tonight's conversation is all about childhood, suicide prevention, bereavement, and mental health. Tune in because there's some great information that will be shared throughout this segment. Thank you for joining and listen to the end.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kim, for inviting our team. My name is Kimitra Irby Brackett, and I am the team lead for our bereavement services at Transitions Kids. We are based in Raleigh, but we serve 8 counties in the state, and just glad to be a part of this conversation tonight.
Thank you.
Just want to touch each individual experiences it differently. So we really encourage parents and adults, trusted adults in a child's life, to be aware of changes that they see in the child. That can be changes in their interests, changes in their activity level, changes in their sleeping pattern, changes in their appetite, how much or how little they're eating. To listen for certain bodily changes, complaints of physical, of headaches, of nausea, of dry mouth, of just feeling weak or fatigued. All of these are things you want to be listening to as you parent or care for a grieving child. So what we encourage parents to do is really focus on creating some structure and support, really creating some places for children to express themselves, and finding people who the children can talk to and open up to and have open and honest conversations with. And we say that because we find that children do best when they see grief modeled by adults in their lives. And what we at Transitions Kids can do is really come alongside the parents to provide them some education, some tips, some coaching and consulting. But if there is truly a traumatic loss of some sort, sometimes children are in need of additional support like that our counselors offer. And so some of the common grief reactions you might see in adolescents or children might look like anger, a sense of guilt for the death, and a strong sense of responsibility for it, but also a strong responsibility to try to protect their parents from their grief. Children and adolescents can be hyper aware and in tune to what their parents and adults in their lives carry. And so sometimes they might not share as openly because they are trying to protect you. and so really engaging them around that. And so what we offer includes family sessions for the family unit, as well as individual sessions for a child or an adult who is grieving the death of a child. And those visits can happen in person in our office in Raleigh or virtually. Disabled.
I know
another team member also has programming like this. Panel today, Kimberly, again, thank you for inviting us to share about our services and just educate parents about what they might want to look out for. We also have support groups. So we have a grieving mothers group offered in English and in Spanish. And we also have a teen group and a monthly kids zone opportunity for elementary age children. We offer that grief education and consulting or coaching. And so Markia, who said she's in charge of groups, she offers a monthly virtual education session, both for like counselors, clinicians who work with children outside of their homes, and also one for parents and caregivers. We're also available to just chat. So if you have some resources that you want to learn about in the community, we also have a wealth of information on our website. And I had a slide, but I'll read it out loud. And lastly, we have a day camp, Camp Bright, which stands for Being Real in Grief, Hope, and Transition. It's actually, Transitions has had a day camp for 20 years, but 2022 marks the first year that Transitions Kids began to program the day camp. And so we invite families to consider participating summer of 2023. Look out for us. Is it okay if I share the contact information if people want to call? All right.
Absolutely, yes.
All right. So if anyone is interested in calling for services, we ask that you call 919-748-0823. Si alguien aquí tiene interés en recibir servicios, usted puede llamar a 919-748-0823. You can also email us at kidsgrief@transitionslifecare.org. Se puede mandar un correo electrónico a kidsgrief@transitionslifecare.org. We also have our website, and that's transitionslifecare.org/families/grief-care. I'm happy to put that in the chat. And so those are the different ways that families can get connected to us. I do want to make the caveat that we are not a crisis center. And so if you are in need of a crisis support, immediate support, you can call or text 988. Si necesita servicios inmediatamente, usted puede llamar o mandar un texto a 988. You can also call Holly Hill for a no-cost 24-hour assessment if you have concerns about your child's safety or well-being. And that number is 919-250-7000. Si usted necesita otros servicios inmediatamente y le gustaría hablar con un médico, ahorita usted puede llamar a 919-250-7000. Thank you so much for allowing us to share a little bit about Transitions Kids bereavement services, and we are ready, willing, and available should anyone need support.
Our community has suffered great loss. Our children are suffering and grieving too. Let's listen, let's hear them out, and let's help them through this process.